Welcome back to another episode of Decent at Best. My name is Reese Kitts.
And my name is Garrett.
Didn't even get to intro you. All right, that'll work. Well, you just want to take the computer and host the show? Just want to host the show?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, man. How was your Christmas, buddy?
It was great. How was yours?
It was great. This episode will go up a little late, but it's around the holiday time, so
yeah.
I feel like that's to be expected. I imagine everyone just got their new iPhone Zs for Christmas, and they're ready. They unboxed them, and now they're about to get into the podcast app and download Decent at Best. Am I right? That's the first podcast I download. Man, oh man. You had a good Christmas, though?
I did.
That's good.
Had fun.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff that I didn't expect to get.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Like a projector.
You did get a projector.
Yeah, I brought it here.
You did. I'm really excited to hook that up. Yeah. Use it for Game of Thrones night. It'll be pretty cool. We have a Game of Thrones night over the summer. That's going to be... have we talked about that on the podcast before? Either way.
I'm sure we do whenever we got that Game of Thrones question. But
oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Yeah, what was your big gift? What was the thing you...
I got a kayak.
Sick.
Yeah, man. Going to take it out on the waters, go white water rafting.
We could have used that on our little...
Yeah, to kayak all the way back to shore.
Yeah. Fun little story. Reese, would you like to tell it? Give it a summary.
Just a little quick rundown. Me and Garrett went on a hike. We went camping. Every year we have an annual camping trip, and then we go on a hike afterwards. And we never, every time this has happened, we have not researched the hike
we always
at all.
Get lost.
Yeah, we just say, oh, that looks like a good trail, so we go on it.
But like I told everyone, we weren't lost.
We weren't lost.
We just,
we knew where we were at.
Yeah, we just didn't realize.
Underestimated.
Yes.
So we... this year, we went on a hike. I think it's called Angel Falls?
Angel Falls, yeah.
Angel Falls, beautiful. Recommend it for anyone. And at the end, we come out of the trail, and we're like, we thought it looped. We thought the whole trail was a loop. It was not. So we come out at the end, and we look around, and we're like, oh, this is it. Where we parked our car.
It wasn't no nature walk. We hiked 10 miles.
It was 10 plus miles.
Yeah,
and
a little over 10.
A little over 10 miles. And then... yeah, we get out of the clearing, and we're like, this isn't right. And long story short, a park ranger told us we'd have to go hike back all the way.
What he said. Verbatim.
He said, I guess you guys are fucked or screwed or something like that.
Yeah. Something
to that extent. And told us it was raining. It was almost dark, and he was like, you guys are just going to have to hike 10 miles back. And we're like, you have a car, just take us. He wouldn't. And anyways, there was a river separated us. We could have just taken
6
that
miles,
kayak down.
We would have had a kayak, but that would have went very fast.
Yeah, 6 miles on a boat's quick. Oh man, yeah, that was terrible. So the kayak would have came in handy then for sure.
A nice couple, Billy and Carolyn.
But yeah, Billy and Carolyn. That's how we ended up getting back to our car. We've met this very nice couple in an RV. And they drove us back to our car after we approached their campsite with our hands up.
As they're kicking back cold ones.
They were
asking them to drive us back.
They had to empty out their car of beer cans before they put us in the back.
Great people, though.
Oh, they're great. I love them.
We're friends on Facebook. They like our statuses. We like theirs.
Yeah, for sure. I messaged her the other day, too, and just was like, hey, is she... long story short, I think she had someone pass, and I...
oh, man, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and but they seem to be doing fine, though. Yeah. Love them to death. Well, for anyone who doesn't know what this show is, Garrett, would you like to tell them?
Decent at Best. We are a podcast where you send in questions, and we answer them the best way we know possible, and that's not really answer them at all.
Yeah, for the most part.
Answer whatever we want to.
We will give the answers that we want to give, and they're not good. They're not bad. They're decent at best.
Yeah, I would say they're decent at best.
This, right off the bat, we have a question here. I'm not going to read it. It's not going to count as our question count. This one, a couple episodes ago, someone asked us to describe our favorite and least favorite quality about each other.
Right.
We apparently did our favorites, but we never said our least favorite. So just real quickly, I guess to satisfy them. I didn't even notice, but roast me real fast.
Roast you?
What's your least favorite quality about me?
Least favorite quality?
Mm-hmm.
That's hard.
Hey, that's pretty good. I like that it's hard for you to...
Yeah, I
guess
like you, buddy.
I guess I'm...
Do you have something already thought up of me?
I guess I'm perfect. Man, I guess I'm what they call perfect, huh?
Yeah.
I'm what Leonardo da Vinci called the perfect man. That's great. Thank you. All right, my least favorite quality about you, that's easy. No, I'm joking.
Perfect.
What's your least favorite quality about me?
Honestly, I don't know of anything.
Really?
I guess one thing, it's not a bad quality, but like something that like I kind of know
peeve? Yeah.
that no one else really knows is like you quote Jake and Amir a lot, and like
I do.
You don't necessarily give them credit for the jokes either.
That's fair. This whole podcast is inspired by
Jake and Amir.
The big inspirations of us. They do a podcast much like this. We pretty much took the same format and ran with it.
Yeah.
Mainly because they're just huge inspirations on us.
Oh, they're hilarious people too.
I think they fit our humor pretty well. Huge fans of theirs. If they ever listen to any of our podcasts, just want to say thank you guys so much. But we love their videos. Yeah, we kind of quote them back and forth. I don't know if
the college humor stuff.
Yeah, I don't know
they
if
did on YouTube.
That was the first kind of.
It was a while back.
Sketch comedy was one of the first thing. I wasn't really into SNL much as a kid, and the internet was a big thing. And college humor was like the SNL of YouTube for the most part. So for me, college humor was like such a huge inspiration.
Yeah.
Watching all those growing up, and I don't know, a lot of those kind of stuck with me. But anyways, besides the point, I feel like I quote them a lot to you. Do I quote them a lot to other people?
I don't know, I've heard it, and like you said something in public, and I was like, oh, that's Jake and Amir, and like I know it's Jake and Amir, they don't, but they're laughing. I'm like, man, I should have said that. Yeah. So it's almost jealousy. Yeah. It's not a pet peeve.
Yeah, they're great. Love them.
Yeah.
And I guess I do quote them a lot. Quote a lot of things, like just movies and stuff in general.
I do too.
Nothing's original anymore.
No.
My least favorite quality about you. It's not even a least favorite quality about you, and I'm not even trying to dodge a question, but the first one that comes to mind, before we moved in here, I noticed you never, at home at least, you did not flush your toilet ever after you use the bathroom.
Like when I pee?
Yeah, and like we don't share a bathroom, so that's not even an issue. But
I do now.
Right, well, not with me, so... It doesn't affect me, but moving in here...
I feel like that's just a waste of, it's like a gallon of water every time you flush.
And leave it in there to
pee,
ferment?
I mean...
You're going to make jankum in our toilet?
People are disgusted with me listening to this, but, I don't know.
That's your logic? I mean, I don't know. I like the reason behind it's, pretty, earth-friendly.
There's logic behind it.
Yeah,
it's not just
it's not.
I want to
you were not
pee next time I go to the bathroom.
I guess you're not being lazy. You're just
I'm trying to save the earth.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lower the water bill, buddy.
Fair. I'll take it. So it doesn't affect me, and you've also been very clean, just cleanly all around the apartment. So it's not even a thing. But I guess I have to pick something that you actually do. But I don't know. I don't dislike
there's nothing
anything
I
you
don't
do.
not like about you.
Yeah. If there is, it's not coming to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that we dodge the question. I just don't. I like you, buddy.
Yeah, I like you too.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So there's that. Sorry we didn't.
I cannot believe you said that.
Yeah, it's oh man. All right, this we'll get right into it. Answering questions at random. You guys have sent in a lot of questions, and there are just so many at this point, and we absolutely plan on answering as many of them as possible. So we're just gonna go in random order. First question comes from a guy. What's a guy's name?
We'll keep it user friendly. Jake.
Oh, yeah. Also, before we get into it real fast, do you want to tell them what you got me for Christmas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And also to, revisit past.
Yeah.
I remembered what I got him for Christmas. Like, there was one episode we were talking about what we get each other for Christmas.
Yeah.
I got him an iPhone case and a laptop sticker, both of Ron Swanson.
That was the first year we both had watched Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And we were very into
And
that.
it was like the Mona Lisa with Ron Swanson's face was the
love
iPhone
that
case.
thing. I think they still make those, but like in different iPhones too.
Yeah.
This year, you got me a pillow with Jake and Amir on it.
With Jake and Amir. Yeah.
Which is cool. That's how big of an inspiration, I would say. And mine is coming. I ordered it, but with around Christmas time, I ordered it so late. The shipping takes forever. So it says it's getting here on the 31st, which is Sunday, New Year's Eve. So
we shall see.
We'll see. Okay. So Jake asks, what is the worst purchase you've ever made? That's a good question.
Oh, I know mine right off.
Really?
The top. Yeah.
All right. You say it then.
I think it was my freshman or sophomore year in high school. I bought a pair of Air Force Ones.
Oh, no. Yeah, I remember those things.
Those.
Those were massive.
Yes, those
Big.
things. They're heavy. They're clunky, wide. They didn't really look good, to be honest with you.
No.
And I ate at O'Charlie's one time, and someone, like the waiter or waitress, dropped ketchup packet or something and stepped on it, and it shot ketchup on the side. So if you look closely on one of the shoes, there's like a blood splatter of ketchup
All over the shoe.
Yeah, and I never cleaned them because
no.
that was probably the last time I wore them. That was the what? But granted,
How much were they? Do you remember?
I paid. They were like already on sale, and then like another sale on top. It was like $40. So I didn't waste a lot of money, but like just the fact that I bought them.
Yeah, the worst purchase you've ever made.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I remember you wearing those freshman year, and you thought they were the
Yeah,
coolest
I thought they
things.
were sick.
What were the other pair of shoes you like would wear? Because now I feel like we have like a lot of shoes, but like freshman year of high school, you remember going back to school?
Oh, I
and your
had some
would take you like
Nike
school shopping.
flats.
You would always get like a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, you get a new pair of shoes, whatever, like one pair. That you
I pretty much got one pair of shoe a year, and that was new school shopping, and like those were the only shoes I would wear.
Tax-free day.
Yeah, tax-free day. Yeah, and like those were the only shoes I would wear throughout the whole school year. So like I better liked them.
Yeah, I got a pair of Nike flats. They were black and like vibrant blue and white. I got so many compliments on those shoes.
Really?
And I had to wear them to baseball practice, like conditioning and run in the mud, ruined. A lot of my shoe stories are kind of sad.
I went through like the Nike Shocks.
Oh, I had a pair of those in sixth grade.
For the longest.
I customized those bad boys.
Yeah, and then Nike ID came out, and you could customize it. And then I remember my freshman year. This is embarrassing. This is gonna be no, it's not my worst purchase, but one that I just like kind of cringe whenever I think of. I just watched the movie Step Up 3D. Technically,
oh, God.
Also, just as a side note,
3D. As in if it was like you had 3D glasses in the theater.
Well, yeah, it came out in 3D, and so like
what?
They danced, and when they
gosh.
sprayed water, it would come out.
Oh,
at you.
I remember that actually. I think I saw the same thing.
Yeah, that movie. I used to really like that movie. Haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's probably
the one with Channing Tatum was lit.
That's Step Up One.
It's the first one.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in.
He's not.
2 or 3.
He is in 2 for a hot second, and then he's out. Step Up 3D, which I hate any movies that play off like their title is 3D in it. Spy Kids 3D.
Yeah.
But I guess technically you had to play that perfectly. Do you think most of those franchises wanted to stop at 2, but then 3D came out and they're like, this is too good to...
we have to do it
It's too good to pass up.
Yeah.
Step Up 3D came out, and in that movie, he gets a pair of gunmetal Nike Dunks. Have you seen Step Up 3D?
I've seen it. It's been so long I don't even remember.
So he gets a pair of Nike. Well, you know what Nike Dunks are, though.
Yeah.
He gets like a pair of gunmetal ones, and the swoosh is green, if I'm remembering it right. And like I thought those were the coolest shoes because I thought in the movie. I mean, everyone thought they were cool in the movie.
Yeah.
They're not cool shoes.
Hey, and Nike Dunks go for a lot now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Should've
like
kept
specific
them.
models.
Oh, I went on Nike ID and customized and made my own. and Mom wouldn't let me get them because they were the high top Nike Dunks. And I was like, oh, please, Mom, I really want them. And
I used to go on Nike ID and just customize for fun.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone would.
Yeah.
Like be a little Picasso.
Everybody, sure.
A little shoe Picasso.
Oh, yeah. So I would love to see, like...
And I'm going to make this one red. And this one going to be green.
This one's got cement print.
Too bad I can't order them.
You make like 5 shoes and just delete afterwards.
Save them, yeah. Not even do anything with them.
Oh, yeah.
So Mom wouldn't let me get the high top ones, so I settled and got the low Nike Dunks, which if the Nike Dunks were bad, the lows were the like
I would
worse.
Prefer the lows over...
They looked ridiculous because they have like that really rounded.
So wide.
They're so wide. And so like a low top wide shoe looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I walked around in those all the time. And then like the Roshes came out, and that's like a defining moment in shoe history.
Yeah.
Because
I will say yes.
Everyone was owning Nike Roshis, whatever.
Yeah, you had a pair of Roshi.
You had a pair. If you're listening to this podcast, you're a liar if you said you didn't have a pair of Nike Rosh. Or you didn't at least want one after you see everyone. Because they were just simple. And you could go on. The thing about those were they were like a blank canvas. Go on and customize them.
Yeah.
And I remember we used to think those were like the most comfortable shoes ever.
And now
I have Ultra Boost, and that's like the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn.
I got a pair of Roshes my junior
Not sponsored
year.
by Adidas, by the way. But
if you want to send us some merch.
If you want to send us some merch.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
P.O. Box.
I got a pair of Roshes my junior year, and I wore those things. I wore them to work. Like, before I quit Food City, those are the ones I wore in the back. So I had those things for like 5 years.
And they were not comfortable.
No.
Yeah.
I'd be in tears. My feet hurt so bad when I got off.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So those gunmentals are one of my worst purchases. But not my very worst purchase, I think.
Honestly, I don't really regret any purchase I've ever made.
Really?
Other than the like Air Force Ones, I wore those things all of like 3 times.
This isn't technically a purchase I made, but when we went to Universal Studios, my mom gave us the option of, there are 2 sides of the park. You can go to like Adventureland or this other side. And like this other side, it has E.T., and that's like the only ride they have. And then the other side has Hogwarts, the Spider-Man ride, the Hulk, like all the cool rides. And we wanted to go ride E.T., so we chose that side of the park. And like we rode that ride, and the rest of the day it was the least amount of fun I'd ever had.
Well,
this sucks.
We went to...
It's like the kiddier side of the park.
When I was in... How old was I? Like probably 1st or 2nd grade.
Yeah.
My family and some family friends of ours went to, what was that like? You go down in this cave and you look around.
At Universal?
It's not Cades Cove.
Oh.
No, it's in North Carolina, and it's like not a museum, but it's like a tour. You go. And you like go around in this cave and you look. There's like history about it. I forget the name of it, and it drives me crazy. I can't think of it now. But I say all that to say there's a gift shop at the end, and obviously like basic mom, you got to get a T-shirt saying you've been there.
Yeah.
Mom gave me and Krista the option. My sister Krista the option to buy whatever we wanted. I think Krista got a T-shirt or something. Okay, I remember I was in 6th grade because we had just done this science experiment, or in science, we had to like collect rocks. I had the choice to buy anything in that store.
Oh no!
I chose like a bag of rocks to increase my collection. The project was already done.
What?
This was my choice now. I wanted to collect rocks.
Now I want to get these rocks. Yes. Start a rock. What a stupid collection! If you have a rock collection, throw away your rocks. They're just rocks, man. Collect something cool.
All I can say is if you have a rock collection,
vintage about rocks, right?
Do what?
There's nothing vintage about rocks.
Fossils. Is that not a rock?
Okay, but you're not collecting fossils. You're collecting rocks.
Well, maybe. But yeah, you could dump your rocks in the driveway, and I couldn't tell the difference.
No, there's no way.
It was gravel or
amethyst. Those are gems, at least. Are gems rocks? I don't know. I guess it depends on what rocks are.
I think that's crystal.
Crystals?
Yeah.
The food restaurant? Yeah. Man, I do love crystals. I wish I could have all the money back from, like, the worst things I've ever purchased.
Things that I actually bought and, like, didn't really wear. I could have that money back.
All right. On to the next question. Thank you for writing in, Jake. Next question is from a female.
Female.
What's her name?
We'll say Crystal.
Crystals. All right, Crystal. Crystal writes 2 questions, if you have time for both. What is your favorite book or book series, and why? Does G even read? I like how they assumed I read. You don't read.
This person knows me.
Also, how do I get my husband to stop playing D&D? Thanks for all the laughs. Crystal.
Do I read?
Yeah, do you read? You've read books.
I've read a few books.
Do you have a favorite?
That I've read?
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a short list. A Separate Piece. I will forever say A Separate Piece is my favorite.
Is your favorite book?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one to like. I remember having to read that for summer reading.
Yeah.
Freshman year?
Yeah.
It was that and Wuthering Heights, and Wuthering Heights was the worst.
Yeah, it blew.
I don't like any of the Bronte sisters because we read Jane Eyre too, and I'm not a huge fan of that.
I read Jane Eyre. I quote Jane.
I quote, my favorite book is Heart of Darkness.
Really? I didn't do senior honors English.
Yeah,
and
that's
that was
fair.
On the summer reading, right?
Yes, I think it was, but I've read it since too. That's one of the books like we read in school, and I read it since because I really like that book a lot.
See, the perks of my major, I haven't read a book since.
Really?
Yes.
There you go.
I read the physics books and stuff like that.
That's fair. You can.
I
Those
read
can
Thermo.
be your favorite books, if you want it to be. You like?
No.
Okay. Who's the author of your Thermo book?
I couldn't pronounce Cecil something.
Tim McGraw Hill.
Tim McGraw.
Yeah, Tim McGraw's writing here.
Tim McGraw wrote my Thermo book. Hats off to him.
Yeah, Heart of Darkness I like a lot. In fact, I had one of my his name's Miles. He was our, if you want to call him a coach for our improv team. He was kind of like the overseer of it all. He wrote a short story. It was his, I want to say, one of the last short stories he wrote. He went to Harvard, but it was a parody technically of Heart of Darkness, and it has to do with, well, I guess you never read it, but for the listeners, it has to do with Captain Hook going further and further into the jungle to find into the Neverland jungle, I guess, to find Peter Pan. And when he gets to Peter Pan is like not the boy he was, which is, I mean, amazing. I think that's so, if you've read Heart of Darkness, I think that's such a good twist on that story. It's beautiful. But I love that. I've also, Blood Meridian was recommended to me by a friend. It's by Cormac McCarthy, who's from Tennessee. He wrote No Country for Old Men, which you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
And Blood Meridian, that's a really good book. One of the characters in that, like, he epitomizes Satan, and like he's like a really evil character, but like very charismatic. And I don't know, that's the whole book's really good. I recommend it. But favorite book series, I mean, it's hard not to go with Harry Potter.
I only have one series that I've read a few of them, and that's Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So
you read the first 2.
I read.
Well, there's only 3, but
yeah. I've never read a series.
I did read all of the Hunger Games, and then I read Harry Potter. And I mean, Harry Potter is just, I think it's the best. It's so well written. And also, I'm very biased because I was the demographic they were trying to hit with the first one, and then like as they kept coming out, they keep maturing with you. And
what
so,
about
like,
Lord of the Rings?
Never read that series. I read The Hobbit, but I haven't read like any of the original Tolkien's from the series. Mm-hmm.
I
really wanted to read the Percy Jackson series. Never got into that though. I really like those. I'm reading an SNL book right now that like is interviews from old cast members of SNL.
Oh, that's
talking
cool.
about the first. It's really cool. They give you a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. I also read Amy Poehler's biography last year, and that book is really nice if you like Amy Poehler.
I was gonna get you for Christmas the Ben Schwartz book.
He released a new book called This is why you're single, you fucking idiot. And I think it's relationship advice from Ben Schwartz. I don't know. I feel like
somebody else.
Someone else, yeah. But I feel like he's a weird person to get relationship advice. He's not the first person I'd think about going to. If you don't know who Ben Schwartz is
a friend.
He is a friend of
Jake and Amir.
But he also is in he's in Parks and Rec. He's John Ralphio.
Oh yeah.
He's in
The Other Guys.
What's the political show? He's in The Other Guys. What's the political show with Kristen Bell? Is that like it's not Veep because that's the girl from
I don't know.
Oh, House of Lies. He's
in
House of Lies. He's in House of Lies. And also how would we advise Crystal to get her husband to stop playing D&D? Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
I would love to play.
Me too. I've never played either. I feel like that'd be a really fun game. We almost did it last year, but the setup takes so long.
Really?
And like it's almost like there's no time to because you have to like meet individually and like make your characters.
Yeah, it takes like a full day.
It takes a full and then like when you get into it, you're also like stuck there. My attention span's too short to sit there and like do that for the longest time. Oh my gosh. But I feel like it would be fun. It's a lot of like improv and whatnot. Mm-hmm. How does she get her husband to stop playing D&D though? I guess fill up his time.
Yeah. Replace him.
Yeah. Replace the husband?
Yeah.
That's not going to get him to stop. I guess technically it rids the problem of her having to deal with it, but he doesn't stop playing D&D.
Well, that's his problem.
He continues to play D&D. He has more time to play D&D.
Fair, but you get a new husband that don't play D&D.
It carries over to his character in game. His wife was murdered in battle. Every die roll he does is +10 because his hopes are shattered.
Yeah. They feel sorry for him, so he gets all the perks.
All you need is a 2 to get this gold, and you rolled 1. All right. Hey, you get the gold anyways, I guess. Luck has it.
Luck has it. 1 was on here as well.
Yeah.
The funny thing is you've actually been asked to be Dungeon Master.
A good friend of ours who does play D&D a lot said he asked me if I'd be their Dungeon Master because when we sit around and play stuff like as some people know it as like witches or we play it. It's called Assassin.
Yeah.
People get cards. 2 people in the party are assassins. No one knows, and you kill people throughout the game. And we kind of create a narrative with that. And I guess he really liked playing it over there at our house. He really wanted me to be his dungeon master to make up stories for him and his D&D group. And I was like, buddy, I've never played before.
Do you have to like write a script out? Or?
I don't know. I think you can just sit there and be like, you guys are walking through a cavern and a bat appears. You can attack the bat. You could let the bat go. You could catch the bat. I think you're allowed to do whatever you want. And then the dungeon master makes up a number in his mind. So he's like, you're like, you're walking through a cavern and out comes a dragon. And someone's like, I want to have sex with the dragon. And you're like, oh. Okay, you need to roll a 6 to successfully have sex with this dragon.
You need to roll higher than a 6.
To have sex with the dragon?
Yeah.
How high does the die go? It's a die 21.
Oh, yeah, I'm imagining like that huge one with all the sides on it.
Okay.
Do you have only 1 die?
I don't know.
Or 2?
I don't know. I think maybe 2 for certain things. Like if you're adept in strength, maybe you get another die.
Yeah. Kind of like, what's it called? Risk.
Kind of like Risk.
Yeah.
And then, so you don't need I don't know. What do you need? If there's 21, what of the numbers do you have to roll to have sex with a dragon?
How many combinations?
No,
numbers?
Just like if 21 is the highest.
Oh.
How high do you have to roll to successfully have sex with the dragon?
I think 17.
17 is like, it has a... And so I'm pretty sure on this rule, if you get a 1, if you roll a 1, the lowest possible number you can roll, like the ultimate worst thing happens. So the dungeon master makes up whatever that is. Your dick explodes and you die. Your character dies right there in the dungeon.
If you roll a 1, you're dead.
Yeah, I think you die. No matter what you're doing, it's going to hurt you.
Is there ever a case like where 1 is the greater number to roll? Like if you roll a higher number?
No, I think it's always highest is best. I think, but once again, I've never played, so I can't confidently say. But and then if you roll a 21, like the best possible thing happens. So you have sex with a dragon, and you marry the dragon. It's the best sex you've ever had.
Dragons come out.
You realize you want a
threesome with a dragon.
You have a threesome with the dragon. You and the dragon marry and have a nice monogamous relationship afterwards, and you still talk about that one threesome you had.
Yeah.
So I think that's how Dungeons and Dragons work. But how are we gonna get this guy to stop playing D&D? I guess have sex with a dragon.
Yeah.
Show him
Prove him wrong.
Yeah.
Show him there's more to the D&D than meets the eye.
Yeah. Tell him, what do you want to do? Play D&D with the boys?
Or play D&D with me?
Or my TNT titties.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the only way to do it is to take his virginity.
He said husband.
Exactly.
Would imagine
they're celibate.
Things would have happened.
They're celibate.
It's a pastor.
Thank you so much for writing in, Crystal. We're going to answer one more question, then we're going to head over to a break. Here we are. This is written from a male. What's his name?
This is your turn.
Me? I pick up the name?
Yes,
okay.
You pick a name.
This is easy. It's a male, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always pretty easy.
It's because I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Lord Farquaad, I've got you.
That's his first name? His last name. Lord Farquaad's his first name. Last name. That's Stump. Lord Farquaad Stump.
Oh, his middle name, though. What is his middle name?
He didn't have one. He's one of those.
Okay, cool.
Lord Farquaad Stump. Right. Sex in retirement homes. Should we encourage it or discourage it?
You got nothing else to live for.
Yeah, if you're on how is there a certain age? What if you can retire at like 30?
I feel like retirement
can you still go to a retirement home?
What is a retirement home, though? I feel like that's like a home you put old people in when you don't want to deal with.
You're retiring them.
Yeah, you retired.
You're retiring.
Not them retired.
That's when you're done with them living in your house. So, okay, yeah, it's full of elderly. At that point, do it. You know, they preach, at a young age, they preach to you abstinent, especially, like, if you're not married, like sex before marriage, if you come from a religious background. But I think if you're that old or whatever, just go for it, man. Have sex with whoever you want. You knew that when you're young, too, but if you've lived by that, and let's say you never married and you're elderly, go for it. You pick the one. Obviously, make sure it's consensual.
Yeah. But you pick the one, propose, marry, then do it.
Yeah. Oh, propose, marry.
Yeah. It's a quick process, but, you got to dot the I's, cross the T's.
We're going to get married in this retirement. Do you think they do marriages in retirement homes?
Surely they've
get married again in retirement?
Surely they've married one or two people.
Had to have.
It's had to have happened.
Right? Oh, God.
This situation's occurred at least once.
It's like when you find a girlfriend at school, you get to the retirement home and you find like a elderly guy or gal that you're crushing on.
Yeah.
You sit by them at lunch. Their locker.
Yeah, you put a note in their locker.
It's badly written because you have terrible arthritis.
Yeah. Also, you have dementia, so you forget what you're doing.
Most of the time. And you just, you sit by them at lunch. You take out your dentures. Eat your little slop.
Your slop.
I imagine they feed them like soft foods like grits every day.
My mama was in
A retirement home? Oh, okay.
And it smelled terrible in there.
Do you think, I hate to ask this, do you think your mama had sex with a lot of people in that retirement home?
She had dementia, so if she did, probably didn't remember.
Dang, that sucks. Yeah, I think encourage it, man. Yeah. Go for it. You're at this part of your life.
Yeah.
It's over. I mean, we're all,
I'm rooting for you.
Mortality is a real thing. You're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get it
got
out your
much
system.
longer.
And hey, that's one of the best ways to die, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. Do it. I've never died having sex, but maybe if you tried,
you try hard enough,
you could.
It could happen.
Oh man. Thanks for writing in, Lord Farquaad Stump. We are going to head to break, and we'll be right back. This episode of Decent at Best is sponsored by a Squarespace. Have you ever wanted to live somewhere? Needed somewhere to reside while you go about your busy life? Well, there's no better place to start your home than in a Squarespace. These squarely shaped spaces have 4 sides, which means you have 4 different options on where to place your belongings. Garrett, we live in a Squarespace.
We do indeed.
And we like it a lot.
I love it.
Yeah, it's square. It has 4 sides to which we can place posters on this side, that side, and this side.
All 4, 1, 2, 3, or none.
A box, some might say.
I would say, yeah.
If you go to squarespace.com/decentatbest, you can get our offer code for 10% off your next purchase of a Squarespace. Doesn't matter where, any square, as long as it's square, 10% off of it. Thank you so much to a Squarespace for sponsoring this episode. Welcome back from break. Garrett, how was your break?
It was wonderful.
I'm sure our listeners just heard a message from our sponsors. Getting a lot of sponsors, That podcast money is starting to roll in now.
Yeah, too bad I'm not seeing it. Where is it at?
I've hiding it I put it in a little CD. Yeah, you're going to get it when you turn 28.
I need that money now.
I would like it now.
I'm dependent on that income.
Oh, man. Well, here's the thing. You're not going to get it.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll get it later.
I don't want it later. I need it. Want it now.
I've spent it, okay? I've spent your portion of the money.
What'd you buy?
A lot of stuff. I bought a lot of stuff. Air Force Ones.
Oh, no.
For starters.
I'm sorry.
Man, oh, man. Well, coming back from break, as some frequent viewers may know, and others who are listening for the first time may not know, we do 2 rotating segments at the end, or, well, 1 rotating segment at the end. Another segment, which we're going to do first here, segment that we do every episode, where one of us will record a sound sometime during the week before we record, and they're going to play that sound on air, and then the other individual is going to guess that sound. Whatever it may be, you'll get 3 guesses to guess. There is no consequences at all, because we didn't think this through the first time we did it, and there are no stakes. Just like our fridge, there are no stakes.
There are
quite a few stakes in the fridge.
Sorry, you didn't think that joke.
I didn't think it through. Alrighty, play the sound, and I'm going to guess it. You recorded the sound this week.
I did.
All right. How long does this go on for? Okay. Okay.
Went on too long.
I think I know what that sound is.
What do you think it is?
So, as most of you don't know, Garrett has been dog sitting these past couple days. He's got a little dog here named Sasha who has a little underbite, and her breath smells awful. I love dogs, and this dog is absolutely adorable, so cute. Especially with her little underbite, but her breath is the worst. Anyways, besides the point, that was a clip of Sasha drinking water from her water bowl.
It was.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
See, I had one. when I recorded the last sound, Amber actually pitched me the idea of when Sasha said licking herself.
Oh.
And I actually did that for Marley, and it sounded so nasty.
Really?
Yeah. So, can you imagine me just like sitting next to a dog while it's...
The worst part is like you waiting patiently by the dog for it to lick itself.
Wait for him to do it.
Subconsciously put it into your ear.
Lick yourself.
Do it. Yeah, do me a favor, lick yourself, dog.
Yeah. Let me record it.
Hey, I need you to sign this agreement. This is gonna be on air, broadcasted to millions of people. Are you? Oh no. Well, I'm glad it was just her drinking water from her water bowl. I think next week I'm gonna try and get a really good sound. Oh man. But this next segment we're heading into is a rotating segment. Every week it's a little different. We normally don't put a lot of thought into it. But this segment, I figured this will be our episode before the new year, before 2018. Nice. So I feel like it's only right we talk about our New Year's resolutions, right, live on air.
Okay.
So before 2018 hits, have you established a New Year's resolution for yourself?
Build my self-confidence.
Build your self-confidence?
No,
that's sad. That's really sad.
I'd like to get back in the gym, honestly.
That'd be great. There's no time anymore.
I know. I feel like I never have time or the energy. If I have time, I don't have energy.
That's fair. School and a job, I think it's almost nearly impossible for now. Maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe I got too lazy.
But for instance, last semester, I feel like we went to Fit and Fast a lot.
Or last.
Yeah, like last year, I guess I should say.
We did. We went a lot.
I mean, we both had. I don't know if you were working or not.
I wasn't working.
You did
at that time.
UT game.
Yeah, but that was like every Saturday. Yeah. I also classes weren't nearly as hard. At this point, it's gotten to the hard class. I actually have a lot of time with my classes now, but for you, it's different. So, and then now work has got a huge thing.
I'd like to get back in the gym.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I never really do New Year's resolutions because I never do them.
Yeah, no one ever does, right?
Yeah.
But if you had to pick one, for me, my New Year's resolution, I would like to, before the year is up, successfully finish a short film. I don't want to do a feature film yet, but successfully write a short film script that I really like and then film the full thing. Because I've helped, I've assisted a lot of, because we used to make short films, all-nighter productions, and we, and Unwarranted, that whole group, we would all pitch in and try and do our best. And Walt and Harrison would always write a lot of the short the scripts and whatnot, and then we'd all film them and act, and it was a lot of fun. But I want to make one that I can put my name on and say, like, I wrote this, I directed this. Ideally, I would like to put myself in it and maybe act as well. So I want to successfully finish one full short film script that I wrote myself of an idea of my own, and then film it. And I'd like it to win Sundance. And that's just, that's not asking too much, you know. I'd like to, I don't know, win a couple awards. Maybe someone buys it and then tries to put it into a feature film. And, like, that's not a lot. I think I can do that.
No. Yeah, I think you got it, buddy. You said by the end of the year. You mean by
the end of 2018.
Oh, I was saying.
Yeah, and these next...
kind of running out of time.
These next 3 days, I'm going to write and film a short film. But other than that, that's the only thing I really want to do.
Yeah. You gotta. I feel like that's the type of thing. Like, you just gotta sit. You gotta make time to do it.
Yeah, you do. And like there are tons of times where I probably have time, but instead I will watch a movie instead, or I'll know.
It's also something like you don't want to just do it to be doing it.
You don't want to rush it.
Yeah. Don't just sit down and write a bunch of garbage.
I also by the end of the year, I'd like to finally put out I guess, but like a collection of poems that I wrote and like have like a book. And I don't care if no one buys it. I'll buy it and then like say it'll have my name on it. Yeah. I think that's cool. I just like
How hard is it to publish?
If you do it through Amazon, not hard at all. If you do it through a publishing house, hard. Like no one's gonna buy it. If I show them my shitty poems and they're like, okay, no one's gonna buy that. But you can put it on Amazon and they'll print on demand. So like, this person wants to buy it. Okay, we'll print a copy and send it. So it's not like they're printing lots and then putting them in bookstores. Yeah. You can only buy it online. I don't care. I just want something with my name on it. You
could order, like, say, 10, send them in a little coffee shop.
Yeah, just send them around. Hey, this is me. But they're not. I mean, they're not great by any means. I just want to have. I have a lot just lying around. But on that same note, like as far as like writing poems go, I never sit down with the intention to write something. It's like I just like, I don't know, it sounds corny, but like I get hit with something and then I like start writing it. I'm like, okay.
I have them all typed out on my computer. I've wrote a few here and there. But I'm never, like when I always write them at night.
Yeah.
That's like when I always feel inspired, I guess you could say.
Sure.
And I never like lay down that night. I'm like, okay, I got to write 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I'm just laying there and it happens.
Hits me. Yeah. When you're like sitting there and you're thinking or whatever, that's when, I probably have 40 of them. Probably 15 of those are okay. Yeah. And then you'll narrow those down. And, so I plan on hopefully could put that out. I just want to create stuff. 2017, like I said, the year of W's for me. As we're heading into this year, I've finished strong, confidently strong. And 2018, I just want to make stuff. That's all I want to do, make stuff with my friends. We've made a podcast. We had this equipment for
probably
3 months before we actually sat down and did this, and now I love that we're doing it.
Yeah.
And so it's just as easy as sitting down and like doing it. And so that's what I want to do. That sounds motivational. It's not. I mean, we'll get into 2018. I won't do anything, but that's the hope.
It's a good idea. I like that.
I also want to be Will Smith in an arm wrestle. Before the year's up, do you want to produce your mixtape? Show us some bars.
Bars?
Here we go.
I say, my name is Garrett Faust. Nothing rhymes with Faust. I'm going to change the rhyme scheme to house.
House MD? That was the next line. You didn't let me get to it. Man, oh man. Don't ever rap. So
I don't claim to be.
Next episode, ideally, we would like to have our first guest on to bring in the new year. That's what we're hoping to do.
Can I know who it is? I don't.
Yeah, it's the guy who a friend of mine produces this show for us. His name is Levi Johnson. He's the one that got us up on iTunes and everything. He's a great guy. He is a host of another podcast that he runs called Sandwich Cast, where they make sandwiches and review the sandwiches live on air. And fun. I like sandwiches. Hoping to get him on. He's produced for us. He's done great. He's a great guy. I'd love to have him on. And then keep getting our friends on here. That's what we want to do. Just bring some of our...
We need to get another mic.
We do need to get another mic. Yeah.
Bring other people on.
Yeah. So look forward to some guests here in 2018. As far as Decent at Best goes, we're going to try to make the quality of this podcast a lot better in the upcoming year.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes.
Better segments.
Or we'll just keep it here at the level it is, which is decent at best. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next year. Nice, dude. Got him.